Hello everyone. In this video we will see how to open NJ eWealth account. Once you log into Partner Desk, this dashboard will be displayed. Here, move the cursor on Stock Exchange tab and then from the drop-down list, click on eWealth account registration placed under eWealth account heading. Now on this page, under account type, there are two options, eWealth and PMS. From these options, I am choosing eWealth. Under number of holders, you can select 1 holder, 2 holders or 3 holders. I am selecting 1 holder and then click on next button. Now on this page, you have to enter the details of the prospective client such as tax status, PAN and date of birth. Please note, if earlier you have selected number of holders as 2 or 3, then here you have to enter the second or third holder's details also. After entering the details, click on next button. Now, the account process is divided into these 6 steps. The first step is to provide the prospective client's mobile number and email ID. Now, once you enter the details, an automated email and SMS will be sent to the prospective client. And he or she has to click on the link received in the email and SMS to verify his or her email ID and mobile number. After this, click on next button. Now the next step is to enter the prospective client's personal details. Here, you have to select the prospective client's annual income from the drop-down, net worth as on date, occupation, and marital status. If the prospective client is married, then there is an option to enter the name of his or her spouse or father's name. Else, if the prospective client is single, then enter the name of his or her father. Now after entering the details, click on next button. Please note, when you scroll up, then on the top right hand side, you have send email to applicant button. You can click on this button anytime during the account opening process to resend a link to the prospective client to view and complete the process. Now, let us scroll down and click on next button. The third step is to fill the prospective client's trading preferences. Under segment, you can choose capital market along with mutual fund segment. Now let's scroll down. Here, the default rate of brokerage is already selected, and in case you want to change, then kindly click on the respective tab. Now, if the prospective client has any trading experience, then click on yes, else click on no. If the prospective client has an account with other broker, then click on yes, else click on no. Moreover, if the prospective client require delivery instruction slip, then click on yes, else click on no. If the prospective client want to opt for POA, that is power of attorney, then click on yes, else click on no. It is advisable not to opt for POA as EDI's facility is already available for the prospective client. In case you select yes for POA, then you will see the message that you can avoid submission of physical POA as the prospective client will still be eligible for EDI's facility. Now, if the prospective client want to opt for WhatsApp notification, then click on yes, else click on no. Then click on next button. Now the next step is to provide the prospective client's bank details. Here, you have to enter the IFSC code. Please note, if the IFSC is not available, then you can click on this button. Now, once you enter the IFSC code, MICAR code and bank name and address will be displayed. Next, you have to enter the prospective client's bank account number and then re-enter that bank account number here to confirm. Now, the prospective client's bank will be verified, and if the details are proper, then you will get the message that verification is successful and ₹1 will be credited to the prospective client's bank account for verification. In case if bank verification failed, then the prospective client need to upload bank proof in Upload Documents tab. After this, you have to select the account type as Saving, Current, OD or CC and the mode of holding. Then click on Next button. Now next step is to enter mandate details. Here you have to choose whether the prospective client want to submit the mandate details along with eWealth account or not. It is advisable to select yes option from here, that is to choose to submit mandate along with eWealth account opening. Now in mandate details, the start date will be auto-filled. You have to enter the mandate end date, that is the date till which you want the e-mandate to be registered. The default end date is 31st December 2099. You can click on this date to change it. Next, select e-mandate authentication mode. Here the options are scan, e-sign, debit card and net banking. I am selecting e-sign from here. After this, you have to enter the mandate limit, that is the maximum amount of transaction you want to do at a time through e-mandate. Then, after entering, click on Next button. Now the last step is to upload document. Here, you have to upload the prospective client's signature. Please note, if you have selected more than one account holder earlier, then the signature of all the holders need to be uploaded here. Please click on this View Sample link to view this sample signature file for your reference. Now, you can either drag and drop the signature file here or click on this Click to Upload link to select the file. Now once you select the file and click on Open, you can see the image of the prospective client's signature. If it is proper, then click on Save button, else click on Close. Now, once the signature is uploaded, click on Save button to close the form. Here, the account opening activity at the partner's end is completed and the remaining process has to be completed by the prospective client. Now let us see the remaining process in detail. An email like this will be sent to the prospective client. He or she has to click on this link given in the email. On clicking, this page will open where the prospective client has to check his or her PAN and date of birth details entered by the partner. After confirmation, click on Next button. Here, the prospective client has to check the entered mobile number and email ID and then click on Next button. Here, please note that if the mobile number and email ID was verified by the prospective client through the link shared by SMS and email, then a green tick mark like this will appear here, and if verification is pending, then a cross mark will appear here instead of tick mark. Now on this page, the prospective client has to click on Go to DigiLocker button. The notification will appear stating that to proceed with DigiLocker, the mobile number should be registered with Aadhaar. Click on OK. Now here, the prospective client has to enter the Aadhaar number and then click on Next button. An OTP will be sent on the registered mobile number. Enter that OTP here and click on Continue button. Now, the prospective client has to provide his or her consent to NJ to access his or her DigiLocker by clicking on Allow button. Once the prospective client click on Allow button, his or her details will be displayed, such as name, gender, date of birth, and address. If the details are correct, then the prospective client has to click on I confirm the details button. Else, click on Relog in DigiLocker button. Now, the personal details page will open. Here, under Name Preference, the prospective client will have an option to select and open an eWealth account with name as per PAN or Aadhaar. I am selecting name as per PAN. Next, the prospective client has to confirm the pre-filled details like annual income, net worth, occupation, politically exposed person status, marital status, and other details entered by the partner. After this, click on Next button. Now, the nominee details page will open. Here, the prospective client has to click on Yes if he or she wants to assign a nominee, else click on No. Please note, it is advisable to appoint a nominee. Next, select the number of nominee to be appointed. If the prospective client select 2 or 3, then he or she has to choose to whom the share of residual security will be allotted after his or her death. I am selecting 1 year. Then click on Next button. Now the prospective client has to enter nominee's name, PAN number, date of birth, mobile number, relationship and address details. If the address of the nominee is same as the prospective client, then click on Yes, else click on No, and the address of the nominee needs to be entered. Here, kindly note that in ID proof, instead of PAN, the prospective client can also enter his or her voter ID number, Aadhaar number, driving license number, or passport number. After entering the details, click on Next button. Now the prospective client has to click on Proceed for live photo button for live photo verification. Next, the prospective client has to give his or her consent to NJ for collecting his or her image for identity verification by clicking on Proceed button. Next, click on Allow Permissions button to give permission to access location and camera. Now, to capture a selfie, click on Click to Capture icon. Once the prospective client see a message that hold still and click a picture, he or she has to click on this button to take a picture. After that, click on Initiate Verification button. The prospective client will be redirected to NJ account opening process, and his or her photograph will appear here with name, location and photo capture date. Please ensure that the photo is clearly visible and then click on I confirm button. Here, the prospective client can upload any additional document if required or can directly click on Next button. Now, the signature uploaded by the advisor will be displayed here. The prospective client can view the signature by clicking on this tab. If the signature is not proper, then the prospective client has to re-upload the signature. And if the signature is proper, then tick mark this TNC checkbox and click on Next button. Now, the prospective client has to click on PDF button to view his or her eWealth account opening form in PDF format. After checking all the details given in the PDF, the prospective client has to tick mark this checkbox and click on Proceed for e-sign button. Now, the e-sign details page will be displayed. On this page, the prospective client has to choose the preferred TNC language and tick mark this checkbox to give consent to NJ for Aadhaar based e-sign mode. Now, once the prospective client click on e-sign with OTP button, he or she will be redirected to this page. Here, the prospective client has to tick mark this checkbox to authorize NSDL to use Aadhaar details. And then, the prospective client has to enter his or her Aadhaar number in this box. After that, click on Send OTP button. An OTP will be sent on the registered mobile number or email ID. The prospective client has to enter that OTP in this box and click on Verify OTP button. On clicking, he or she will be redirected back to NJ eWealth account opening process page and the pop-up message will be displayed that your e-sign is done successfully. Click on OK button. Now, the e-sign is done on the NJ eWealth account opening form. Next, the prospective client has to complete e-sign for NJ e-mandate. Please note, the process for doing the e-sign is same as we have discussed for eWealth account opening. Now, once the e-sign for e-mandate is done, a confirmation message will be displayed that the account opening process is completed and you will be notified shortly through email or SMS once the account gets activated. And with this, we end this video. Thank you.